Hi, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm Danny Burke. I spent most of my childhood playing Pokemon, and I used to really wish so badly that Pokemon were real. But looking back now, there were some Pokemon out there that I'm very glad will always be fictional. I hope. So this is the top 10 Pokemon that would be scary in real life. Alright, starting off at number 10 now, we have Phantump. Bulbapedia describes Phantump as a dead child spirit possessing a rotten tree stump that lives in an abandoned forest. Nice. To be honest, I think that's all that needs to be said to make most of us start running in the other direction. Did it also mention that if you get lost in those woods, it will also imitate the sounds of the dead children? That sentence shouldn't even exist. Alright, at number 9 now, we have Cubone. Cubone might not hurt you, but they are really creepy. A lot of you guys will know that all Cubones wear the skulls of their deceased mothers. Their constant wailing and crying echoes around their skull and comes out as a sad melody. That is creepy, but that's also very suspicious. I think that all Cubones must have killed their mothers to get that skull. That's just my theory, but I don't want them to be real to find out if I'm right. At number 8 now, we have Alakazam. There's something very scary about a Pokemon with such a powerful mind as Alakazam. Alakazam has telekinetic powers that can bend and break objects, and if it really wanted to, it could probably do the same to people's minds. While the average human IQ is about 100, Alakazam's sits at around 5,000. If a creature that's about 50 times smarter than all of us wanted to take over the world, I have no doubt that they could. Alright, next up at number 7 we have Lampent. Now at first glance, Lampent looks like a cute anthropomorphic lamp. Aww. Well, it's not. Lampent has a ghost candle inside that glows brighter by burning people's life force. The spirit it absorbs fuels its fire, and it's said that the best place to find Lampent is around hospitals as it waits for people to die. If this was real, I'd probably choose to live in total darkness just to be safe. Alright, moving on to the number 6 spot now, we have Ditto. Ditto can transform into any Pokemon it wants. That means anything on our list, or anything you guys think I missed out, it can become that. It only has to look at it. In a way, it kind of has no weakness at all. If you want to stop an evil Ditto that's trying to take over the world, it will just transform into any Pokemon that we throw at it. Or if it wants to hide, it can also blend in with any other group of Pokemon. Also, Ditto looks kind of sticky. That's my final point. At the number 5 spot now, we have Drowzee. Other Pokemon eat food. Drowzee eats people's dreams when they are asleep. If that doesn't sound terrifying, I don't know what does. Now, he's actually based on the Baku, a mythical Japanese creature that feeds on the dreams of children but can end up feeding on their hopes and desires as well, leaving them with an empty life to live. No, thank you. Coming in at number 4 now, we have Gourgeist. Yes, this Pokemon is quite literally a living Halloween pumpkin. You'll notice the creepy smile on its face. Well, that comes from the fact that when it wraps its arms around you to kill you, it will sing happily as it watches you suffer and die. I think that's the only Pokemon I know of that enjoys people's suffering, and I think it also makes it a complete psychopath. Don't be real, please. Next up at number 3, we have Honedge. Honedge is a ghost sword Pokemon. Now personally, I think that's a bit ridiculous, but would I want a ghost sword swinging around in real life? Definitely not. But that's not just because it's a sharp poltergeist that could slash my head off. If you hold its hilt, the sash will wrap around your hand and end up draining your life energy until you die. Ugh. If they were real, I wouldn't even trust my butter knife. At the number 2 spot now, we have Mewtwo. In the original Pokemon games and TV series, Mewtwo was the strongest Pokemon in the world. In the Western Pokemon movies, he was also presented as an evil character, hell-bent on destroying his creators and world domination in general. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if he was a Magikarp, but unfortunately, he was the product of DNA experiments that left him the strongest Pokemon in the world. He would be a very scary force to reckon with. Alright, at the number 1 spot now, we have Yveltal. This legendary Pokemon is undoubtedly strong, really big, and definitely intimidating to look at, but the scariest thing about it is when it comes to the end of its life. At this point, Yveltal will absorb the life energy of every single living thing around it and turn itself into a giant cocoon in order to be born again. Now, if this Pokemon was real, we better hope and pray it doesn't choose to do this in a major city, because it could kill millions of us in an instant. Well guys, part of me me still wants Pokemon to be real, but only if I get to pick which ones are real. Which ones would you guys pick to live in our world, and which ones would you never want to exist at all? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, my name's Danny Burke. Have a great day, okay?